goes on. Sometimes I can hear it. Okay.
From the freezer and the refrigerator.
Yeah, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let me find my Facebook question that people are answering.
Are they? That's nice.
I should have put out more, but I kind of got slacky.
You're listening to the podcast where we talk about life, sports, family, and everything in between. Welcome to Just Talking Out Loud with your hosts, Ron and Terry.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Just Talking Out Loud. I'm Ron.
And I'm Terry.
And we're happy to have you along. And hi, Terry. How are you today?
I've been quite busy.
Yeah, you have. You're always, well, it's Monday. So
Mondays are a busy day.
Mondays are busy. We're getting...
Try to get out of here by 6:30, and today I didn't get home till 5 or after. I don't know.
I think this is our... I should have checked it before you know what? I'll do it right now. I hate to do it on the air.
Okay, what are you checking?
We're going to do it right now. Well, I'm checking because I think if I look at October, yes, should be our Halloween edition because this is the 28th.
Oh.
So,
yeah.
So happy Halloween that's coming
happy
up on
Halloween.
Thursday.
Boo. Boo to you, Finn.
Yeah,
he loves Halloween.
He does.
He loves
like
the
Halloween.
decorations. He loves everything about it.
I think I had some things for Halloween, some about places that spooky places people were looking at. I know Zach and Sarah would go down to the penitentiary. They would go down there
in the basement at night.
And, of course, the zoo.
Yeah.
Where the kids were going to go to the zoo.
They were going to go to Boo at the zoo.
So that's big. Is there, we're not into the scary stuff. So, I mean, that's just something we don't
I don't watch scary movies or nothing, no.
Yeah, I don't either.
A couple of our kids really like them.
They like scary movies. Yeah, I'm just not into that. I don't know why. I've just never been that genre I've never really listened to. Yeah, kind of weird. Okay, so I got a chance to ask this question. I wish I'd asked more, but this just came up this morning, and when you know it, people responded. So I'll ask you, what's the most useless thing you still have memorized? Something that maybe as a child or maybe as something that you can remember that's useless, but you can't get out of your head. And I actually was thinking about this, and for some reason, now the answers make sense. That these are very smart people. Apparently, they can remember. I'm sure there's something very useless that I remember that really it's just something I
don't know. It'd have to be a little song of some kind of.
Well, that's on here.
Stupid.
In fact, I think when you hear what Mona had to say, it'll hit you because I know you know this song.
Okay.
And so the question was, what's the most useless thing you still have memorized? And Mona said the Big Mac song, and she can do it backwards.
2 all beef patty, special sauce, cheese, pickles.
She does it backwards, and it's awesome.
Really?
Yeah, she can do it backwards.
Because you could win a Big Mac at one point for doing those things, yeah.
Now, the other song that once he said it, Austin said it, once he said it, then, of course, I remember, because it used to be on all the commercials, Century 3, Chevrolet, Lebanon Church Road, Pittsburgh. He says he feels like he was abducted by aliens and has his memory wiped, and it'll be etched in his DNA, which is probably true. And Jillian says she remembers the names of all the kids in her kindergarten class in alphabetical order of last name. That's wild, isn't it?
That's weird, yeah.
That is wild. She can remember those, probably look at the picture and then know them by that's
wild. Yeah.
That's pretty impressive because I can't remember what happened yesterday. Alone. So, couple things we're going to get to, and one of them that I was going through my phone, and I thought this was interesting because I'm trying to catch up on a lot of stuff. With winter coming, we're closing things up, and so I'm trying to clean out my phone of some stuff I had for the station, and anyway. So this came up. And it said what each kiss means. So in other words, if your significant other gives you a kiss on a certain place, it means something.
Oh,
okay? For instance, so here's what each kiss means. Like if you get a kiss on the forehead, it says we're cute together. That's what that means. Okay, so if your significant other gives you a kiss on the forehead, you're cute together. A kiss on the cheek says we are friends.
Oh.
Okay. A kiss on the hand is I adore you. A kiss on the neck is, yes, I want you now. A kiss on the shoulder is you're perfect.
Oh, wow.
And a kiss on the lips is,
I love you.
yes. Very good. And those are just some of the things that a kiss means.
That's good.
Yeah. I actually thought of the cheek and the neck are kind of go hand in hand for me.
The cheek and the neck.
Yeah, just kind of for some reason it kind of connects. I don't know why.
Okay.
So going right into this, now there's 100 of them. Now obviously we can't go through. Well, we could, but there's 100 small nice things that you can do for your wife just because. They have 100.
This sounds like a Valentine's Day one
It does.
instead of a Halloween.
I know, and I know, isn't that wild that this came up now before Halloween? But I'm sorry, it's just I didn't think about Halloween, and February we'll do something in February for Valentine's Day. Hopefully, I can. Sometimes
come up
I
with
get
some more good ones.
What's wrong is we'll let the audience know that we try to keep ahead because we never know what's going to happen.
When we're going to have a week that we can't do one.
Right. And we don't know. And not only that, what if we end up getting stuck in Pittsburgh or the weekend, turns into, we just don't know. So that's why we try to stay ahead. And I should really be able to sit down with the calendar and say, okay, what's next? So I'll do that as we get closer to Thanksgiving and Christmas, and we'll do our, and then hopefully going forward, I can make a little note as, check to see what date this is so that I'm, not doing what sounds like Valentine's Day for Halloween.
Yeah.
Because we did some Halloween stuff earlier.
Yeah.
In the month. So
well,
we've been throwing
decorating.
in.
I didn't put out my spider web because I was going to put it out, and then the dog's coming, and then this and that.
And it figures that the dog's coming. It's supposed to be the nicer weekend this weekend.
Well, maybe I'll put it out front while he's here.
So anyway, here's 100 small nice things that you could do for your wife just because. These were suggestions from fatherly.com, and here are some of the best. 100 of them, right? So as a woman, what are some nice things that you'd like to have done for you that, maybe just makes you feel better?
Start dinner.
Yeah, start dinner. There you go. Well, I could have started that. I mean, I didn't.
Yeah, but I didn't tell you what I was having with
No, we didn't really know. Anyway, so here they are. Hold her hand when walking down the street or whatever. You know what I mean? Like whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
Not just whatever.
Yeah, like
hold her hand.
Walking down the mall, street, whatever.
Write or draw something stupid on a Post-it note. Stick it to the fridge of the door or the bathroom mirror, and wherever she's likely to see it and laugh. Something funny. I don't know what. Like what?
You used to write me notes all the time.
I wrote you notes while I was in class. Long love letters. It's so sappy now. Such a sap. Don't bother her when she's reading. This is a good one because you're always reading. Or on her phone. Well, I don't bother you when you're on your phone. I try to stay out of it. You're the opposite. You like to talk to me while I'm on the phone.
I'm not.
But I try to, But don't bother you when you're reading. I try not to. Because you like to read.
I do.
And you get soaked into it, too.
I soak into TV.
Yeah, you're soaking into all TV, too.
But I'm not on my phone that much. Usually it's a stupid game. It's not something that I'm, like,
tied
to.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about the reading part.
Yeah.
My phone, my mic is falling.
I mean, last week I was on Facebook more than I have been in years, and that was because I was, seeing if anyone had pictures posted or, what people were doing.
This is 100 small things you can do for your wife just because. Go to the movie she wants to see. If you don't enjoy it, and she did, well, keep it to yourself. We haven't gone to a movie.
A lot of men will say, that was a stupid movie, or that was not my type of movie.
To be honest, though, we seem to have, for the most part, the same type of what we'd like to
romantic
watch.
comedies.
What was the last one we just watched
but
on
we've
Netflix?
liked a couple of drama movies the same too.
Yeah. But I mean, a lot of the movies we watch, we're kind of.
And I like things like Fast and the Furious, like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I like. I don't care for scary, and you don't either. So
No, I
we've
don't.
never really had one of those that we've.
You jump. You don't like it.
I jump, and I don't like it. Like a lot of people jump and then they laugh, like they giggle, but it doesn't get a giggle out of me. It does not get it. It's like And
if it's a TV show that has like, it gets to like a suspenseful part.
Yeah, I jump.
You get out of the room.
I'm like ready for something to jump out, and I get out of the room because I don't like if I don't want anything jumping out at me, and I don't want to jump.
And you kind of.
But I'm not like that. Like I've gone to scary spook houses and stuff like that, and that doesn't bother me. It never did when I was younger. Now that I've had a couple back surgeries, I don't want anyone grabbing my feet or grabbing me hard because I'm afraid of falling.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want you to, I would tell them, don't touch me because, especially trip me because I can't afford a fall and to hurt myself.
Exactly. We haven't really gone to see a movie. Well, the movie theater we had is closed. So you'd have to go
further. We did
South
go
Hills.
Once with Gian and Ralph and Mom. What did we go to see?
We went to see.
We went to see. It
Julia
was a romantic.
Roberts,
Wasn't it a romantic comedy?
George Clooney. They were her daughter. They were separated.
Yeah.
Her daughter was getting married.
Yeah.
And they end up getting back together. So I can't remember what it's called. Throw her robe in the dryer for a few minutes so it's warm when she puts it on.
Well, that's a good idea.
Isn't that a good idea?
That is a good idea.
That's a good
Especially in the middle, like if you're having a real cold winter and it's below zero, and I can put my robe on and get up.
That's an interesting idea.
It's cozy warm.
Now, there's a nice thing we just, she
That's
said.
That's not something I would have thought of.
Never would have thought of that either.
That would be right up my alley. And especially when I was younger, I was always cold.
You're still cold, though, even in the summer days.
I've been cold lately, but not.
Okay, so even if you stream cheated and watched ahead on that show you're both into, don't tell her and just enjoy the rewatch. I think I did give the one show, that Love Island or something. I kind of wanted to see if they stayed together or something. Other than that, though, I don't really go ahead.
You usually go on your phone and see if they're still together afterwards.
Afterwards, I usually do it afterwards. And I can't.
And then you tell me.
The only thing we're into now is Only Murders in the Building, and it's only one episode a week, so we're both caught up on that.
Yeah.
Some nice things you can do. 100 things you can do for your wife just because. Leave her a voicemail, not a text. Tell her you were thinking about her. Oh, this next one, you'll really like this one. Let her have the last piece of bacon. I don't think I have any choice because you're going to eat it anyway. The last French fry or whatever.
I like my bacon.
The final food is she wants, and that's going to be the bacon for sure, no doubt. Put her morning coffee in a thermos. Well, you don't drink coffee, neither do I. Tell her good morning. Tell her good night. Hold her hand when walking down the street. And I did these?
Yeah, you did that one.
Oh, this must have been like, you know what this was? This was a whole list. This was like an outline. The best one on there seemed like from the reaction I got was the robe.
Oh, yeah.
That seemed to be the big reaction.
I think that would be really nice. I mean, it's not something I would have thought of either.
Clean the windows, buy the good soap. Don't bother when she's reading. Yeah, we read these. But there's 100 of them. Play hooky with her. Suck it up and spoon her. I like to spoon you.
Yeah.
Oh, that didn't get the reaction I was hoping for. Crap.
You was hoping for me wanting to be spooned.
I just lost my phone.
Did it go down in the couch?
Down in the couch, yeah.
Did you need anything anything else?
I was going to do...
you don't have anything else to read, do you?
There was a story about mouthwash. And it was about this dentist says that you should not use mouthwash before or after brushing your teeth. In other words, he's saying if you have if you have to do it 30 minutes before or 30 minutes after. is what he's saying.
Who has 30 minutes to, usually you're brushing your teeth and then you leave for work.
He's saying if you're doing both, which I do the mouthwash and I brush my teeth. He's saying that it's not leaving the fluoride and it's like a mixture on your teeth. It's ruining your teeth. He also said you shouldn't brush your teeth in the shower, which I've never even thought about brushing my teeth in the shower. Because all the bacteria, he said, all that heat is bacteria.
Well, and then this soap, like, why would you want hair
nasty.
soap or soap in your mouth? I wouldn't want soap in my mouth.
No, I wouldn't either.
So I don't get that one.
Because of technology, it says here that we forget at least 5 things every day, which is probably true because when you think about it, nowadays you don't have to remember phone numbers. I used to know phone numbers.
Oh, yeah. We used to know everybody's phone number.
Yes, because you had to dial it. You didn't have a phone or a Siri to say, hey, call so-and-so. And it made it, I just think that.
Yeah, now I know dinosaur names and monster truck names.
Yes, I do.
I'm amazed because today Fen went over his dinosaurs. No, that's Ankylosaurus. He still knows all his sources and he knows all his monster trucks.
So dinosaurs are still up there, but the monster trucks are just a little bit ahead.
Yeah, I think.
Because we know El Toro Loco, Grave Digger. I always get the shark one.
Megadon and Tiger
Shark. And he's got
Tiger Shark.
I have to see him to know the name.
I always want to call it Motorsaurus, and it's not Motorsaurus.
Oh, is it?
What is it? Is it?
I don't know. That's why I said that he knows all these names of these
Megasaurus.
Yeah, and he lines them up. Demo Derby. He knows them all. And I really
today he couldn't find Race Ace and Conosaur or something with start this.
Race Ace, yeah.
Race Ace and Conosaurus.
I don't know. It must be something new.
I don't. It's
well,
one
you thought
of them
he was
from
saying,
our pack that we got him.
Although you thought he was saying crap and he was saying clap. He's like, you're not doing it right.
I'm like, I was just sitting there looking at him like, what do you want me to?
He's like, quack, Grandma, quack. And it's clap.
Yeah, I said, oh, you mean, and he went like this, and that's how I figured it out. I was like, crap, because
he wants me to poop right here.
Remember before, right, like a little bit before that, he said, stop it, Beckett, you're pissing me off.
Oh, no, he's so good. He knows. Yeah, he's pissing me off. He said, damn it, because he said we were doing the train. I said, and I think I said it before, but I didn't. And I said something about putting the train together. And he goes, damn it. And I looked at him. I thought I'd use it in the right context. So.
Hey, well, use that because his like little Etch-a-Sketches, it's like a goopy thing. It plays music. And so as soon as it started playing music, he crawled out of the front room into his room and he was trying to get it from him. I mean, he was literally trying to grab it from him. He wanted the music. And he's like, stop it, Becky.
You're pissing me off. That is so awesome.
And I was laughing too hard to correct him the first time. And then the second time I said, now that's not nice, Ben. But the first time I just like,
almost
that's
have
something like I would say to my kid, stop it.
I miss him. I didn't get to see him. I haven't seen him, but we'll see him this weekend. So there's 5 things that we are forgetting because of technology. It says here that most adults are just forgetting this stuff because basically we rely on our gadgets to remember things for us. And these are in order.
Oh, I know. You can put it in your book and your calendar. Right. You can put an alarm on it. You can put an alarm on it. So hey, what's that alarm? Oh, let me look on my phone. Oh, I have a dentist appointment today.
So here's the things we're forgetting in order. Number 1, passwords, which they say you're not allowed to have. You shouldn't. I shouldn't say not allowed. You shouldn't have the same password for everything, and you shouldn't. But it's tough because unless you write it down, I do have
that one, but it's like
I have a tablet going now because I'm getting older,
and we can't remember them.
And
today, this phone asked me if I forget my password. Well, he was on something and he had numbers on and all these letters. I don't know how Beckett did, and he locked it. And he said, "Did you forget your password?" And I didn't know password, so it locked me out for
Locked you
15
out.
minutes.
That's what I said. I mean, I have it all written down. Thankfully, that's how we got your new phone to work, because luckily we had all that stuff
Yeah,
written
because
down.
my cloud and everything would have been lost.
Yeah, I don't.
Because we can't
remember. I'm relying on gadgets to do it. I need a Rosie, like from the Jetsons.
Yeah.
That would be perfect.
So she can remember.
She can do all. She can make the dinner.
But it's the truth too.
Cut the grass.
I mean, like you knew everyone's phone number whenever
Yes.
you were younger.
Yes.
And now I don't even have to know my kids' phone numbers.
No, just look for a name. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if that's good or bad.
It's not good for our kids
it's
that
bad.
go to school because they don't know. Like I've noticed that kids don't know their name and their phone number, their parents' phone numbers, like to call them if they're with, and even like in
if they don't have their
divorces
phone
and
with
stuff.
them?
Yeah,
Yeah.
They don't know their parents' phone number to call the other one when something goes wrong.
That's a good point. I never thought of that. I mean,
They don't know mom's and dad's phone number, so that if you're with mom and something went wrong, you can call dad, and if you're with dad, you could call mom.
I don't know if it's what I eat, but I had a dream that my phone was a piece of bread. That I was using a piece of bread. No, I was trying to use it as a phone, and it was bread.
Oh.
That was my dream. I woke up this morning like, what is wrong with me? And,
Well, we did
and
have
here's
a
what
bread
happened.
discussion yesterday.
I'll tell you, here's what happened.
Because I said there's plenty of bread in the house.
I was on, you kept thinking, you know what? That's what it was. You kept pushing the good bread on her. Hey, we got good bread. And there's only a couple pieces left, and you kept pushing it on her. And I'm thinking to myself, will you just be
finished it off
quiet?
today.
I figured. That figures. So I don't know if that was on my mind. So here's what happened.
Here, you wanted that bread, huh?
Yeah. So here's what happened. So yeah, it's great with peanut butter and banana sandwich. It's
I would think
fantastic.
it.
But anyway, because we don't buy that bread.
No.
We don't buy the
I'll
expensive
buy it
bread.
for you just in case.
No, I don't need it.
It's
Anyway,
is it more fattening? I'll look at
here
it.
was my dream. So I'm for some reason I was heading to DVE. I don't know why. WDVE is a radio station. I don't know what but I was going to the wrong place because they moved.
Yeah.
They're not in Pittsburgh anymore. They're in down by
So
South
you were
Park
going
or
to their
something.
place in Pittsburgh.
But what happened was my phone gave out, and it's a piece of bread, and I didn't know how to get back.
Oh.
And a guy that I used to work with down at Fairmont shows up and takes me somewhere, and then I said, my phone's. And he said, well, your phone's a piece of bread. It's just a weird
dream.
Oh my God. I woke up and it just felt
So you were mad at me about the bread.
I guess I was. But what was strange is I just felt so real.
Yeah.
It's one of those dreams you felt real.
Even though it was real bizarre. Yeah, I've had a few of them.
I don't know where that came from. Sorry. But passwords, obviously we forget those. And we just talked about it, phone numbers. And I wanted to, I think that's a great idea and something we should tell parents. You talk to your kids, what if your phone goes out? What if you don't have a charger? And you are stuck and you have to find, I don't know if there is a payphone. Are there payphones anymore?
I don't see
I don't think so. I've never seen one. So what do you do?
You'd have to borrow someone else's phone.
And here's the weird part.
And if you don't even know the number to call them and tell them, hey, I'm here. And
we're old enough to remember we didn't have phones.
yeah.
I drove out to your house. Here I am 16, 17, driving out to your house in Claysville. Didn't know where I was going. No phone. Think about that.
We didn't even
think twice about it. Never thought twice about it.
Fifth house on the right. I hope this is the right road. I'm stopping at the fifth house on the right.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I believe I did a trial run and drove to someone went with me.
And drove.
And we kind of figured out where you were. And then I think it was like 2 days before I picked you up for the date. But I mean, if you think about though, we remember those times because we didn't even have a phone. You had to rely on a payphone
and no GPS at all.
And make sure you had change on you to make the phone call.
Yes.
And it's just a weird nowadays I feel naked without the phone, and I would feel weird sending you or my kids without one.
Yeah.
But what happens, like you said, if they don't know the phone number, They should teach these kids phone numbers.
If we had an outage of everything, internet, power, and everything, we would be in trouble.
Yeah. Because you wouldn't, I mean, we're relying, and I'm to blame for this too. I'm relying way too much on the gadgets. Now I do know your phone number, but I don't know if I could tell you the kids' numbers.
They're close
because
to
I don't,
mine.
But
2635.
I know, but don't give them out. What are you doing? I got to block all that out. What are you doing? Well, that was yours anyway, so you can get all the phone calls. Okay, so passwords, phone numbers, the spelling of certain words.
Yeah. You use spell check now.
Because when I'm doing, and it comes right up.
And it underlines it.
It underlines, yeah. And when you hit it, it's and what's bad for me is I should look at it. So I would retain, which I wouldn't, because I can't even remember make out point, which I had to hear today.
Oh, is that what
That's
it
what a
make
make
out
out
point?
point.
Oh, is that what you were trying to do last time we were on? Yeah.
But I would, if I
From
would look
Happy
at
Days.
yeah. She's like, how do you not know that? And she kind of hit me with it, and it's like slapped me across the face. Like, what are we talking about? Because we're always ahead.
Yeah.
So I have to remember what we did,
Couple
before.
weeks ago.
And, but anyway, it's tough when they're telling you they're answering questions, and I'm trying to.
And that's
like,
2 weeks
what?
ago to you, yeah.
Yeah, it's like way before. That's why you need to text us, so I can stay ahead.
Okay.
But anyway. So we just said phone numbers, the spelling of certain words, how to write neatly. Heck, some kids, my writing is horrible. I can't say anything, but they're not even teaching.
They're not teaching writing
As far as I know, unless they've
handwriting.
changed.
I mean, some schools might be, but they're not a big deal because you type everything on the computer now.
Math, I've never been great at math, but I can do my times tables.
They don't memorize them anymore. They don't have to.
They don't?
Zachary says that they do these butterfly things and these other things to remember them that are supposed to help you remember them. But it's not like the memorization like we used to do.
Yeah.
Like how we learned our times tables. My mom.
You had the cards stuff too, weren't you?
Yeah, my mom just did them every time we were getting in and out of the car. What's 3 times 3? What's 3 times 4? We went over them until we knew them, till we could say everyone. And
that's a good idea.
I mean, every time we were getting in and out of the car, that's what we did. That's how we learned our times tables.
That's not a bad idea.
I mean,
they had that block. Remember how they had that block?
Yeah.
1 times 1, and then 2, whatever. But so math, we're bad at. Our own phone numbers. I do know my own phone number, and I'm sure
mine.
you know. You just said it. Who starred in our favorite movies, TV shows, and addresses?
I don't pay attention. I've never really paid attention to that.
I don't pay attention. I mean, I know who's in it, but I don't. It's not like I'm going to lose sleep over not knowing make out point. But I do now that she slapped me. It's make out point. No, I'm just kidding. But addresses, again, you remember how you used to have to get the big maps out, the giant maps, and read the maps and know what road you want to take and where you're going. All that stuff.
We're going to take I-75 to I-95 to
I-263.
And then you got to get off of exit 4 or exit that says this, and then you have to take Pine Street to Oak Street, and yeah,
that's exactly. So those are just some of the things we're forgetting, and it's like you said, it's not great that we're letting technology take over, but it is what it is. We're going to leave on this note on the first half, and then we'll come back about a lady that got chased out of her house, and we'll tell you why. But a close-knit family and laughter are among the secrets to happiness. And this makes sense, right? They said some of the things that make people happy or make even families close-knit says that laughter, a good cup of coffee, maybe some tea, are among the secrets to happiness according to a survey. So we already said laughter. Having a good relationship with your family is also key to hopefully you can have that. Sometimes it depends. Being fit and healthy, and you are right now trying to, and we all need to do better. getting enough sleep. We talked about sleep last week with that sleep maxing where people were taping their mouths, or what was the other thing? They were, what do you call that? Swaddling.
Yeah.
To trying to get the best sleep they can get. And all that work is causing you to get less sleep than you were getting anyway. So just try to relax. And the other thing was that I was going to read to you from the phone was the phone and how using the phone in bed is in that blue light is causing your
not to sleep.
Yeah, it's kind of telling your body that
not to
it's
shut
awake
down.
and let's keep going. And there were people there during that. It said that your phone is dirtier than your toilet seat. Used to be the remote control was dirtier than your phone, but your phone is dirty. Getting enough sleep, seeing your loved ones regularly, which we'd like to see them more, financial security, having a significant other, being able to laugh at yourself, making others happy, and a good cup of coffee or tea, which you sometimes do coffee or tea. So we come back, we'll talk about why a woman can't go back in her house, and it's all her fault. That's next. So you want to start a podcast. Maybe you're listening to the show today and you're thinking to yourself, boy, that would be fun. And I have a lot of things I want to talk about. Maybe today is the day. Maybe you're looking for a new marketing channel, or you have a message that you'd like to share with the world, or you just think it would be fun to have a talk show. Now, it is a lot of fun just talking to your friends. Maybe you have ideas about sports, life, or whatever your passion is. Today's the day. Podcasting is easy, it's inexpensive, and it's a fun way to expand your reach online. And where should you go? Buzzsprout. It's hands down the easiest, and it's the best way to launch, promote, and track your podcast. And your show, believe it or not, can be online and listed in all the major podcast directories in minutes, like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcast, and you wouldn't believe how many more there are. And they make it simple to join all of them. Podcasting is not hard when you have the right partners, and Buzzsprout is the team to join. They are passionate about your success. You can join over 1,000 podcasters already using Buzzsprout. We're one of them. We've been on Buzzsprout from the beginning, and I'm so glad I joined up. I had a little bit of an issue, emailed a customer service rep, and they got back to me within 5 minutes, and they had me calm down. It wasn't that hard, and what I was doing was my fault. So here's all you got to do. Click on the link in the show notes. It tells Buzzsprout we sent you. You can support our show, and if you get a paid plan, you get a $20 gift certificate from Amazon. Now, here's some other things that Buzzsprout provides. Like, you get a great looking podcast website. Now, a lot of people think, oh, I got to get a website, got to pay for that. No, you don't. They provide it for you. Also, they have audio players. Maybe you have a website. All you want to do is promote your show on your own website. You can do that with their audio players. And you can also drop it into other websites and on Facebook or Twitter. And they help you do it all. Believe me, Buzzsprout is the way to go. They've helped me immensely, and I've had a lot of fun doing it. So maybe today is a day for you to start your podcast. And if you do, check out the link below in the show notes and get a $20 Amazon gift card.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back to our show. So anyway, I don't know if you can see this or not, but this story said that single women are starting to replace men with boyfriend bears. Can you see that bear? This is why we need to do video.
It's missing something your boyfriend has.
Well, no, but all it is, it's a snuggly thing. See what? All these pictures are just, see, he's dressed up. Basically, it's just like to snuggle. See how the bear, and it's a full length, probably. Well, let's see.
Looks like
that's probably 5-6 feet at least. Bear
yeah.
Has a bear head, but it has hands, but a bear face, and let's see, she's reading a book with her boyfriend bear, and said a lot of women are starting to. That's where we need to have video.
Yeah. So we could show these things.
Oh, look, there's a picture of them reading a story, RJ and the kids. Can you see it?
Oh, yeah.
Post-bath, or was it, he's reading The Cat in the Hat.
Yeah, that I read it to him this afternoon when Beckett got up.
Yeah, Beckett's just looking, because Fenton usually doesn't sit, but look, that's a nice picture.
Yep, Fenn sat through it. Also, post-bath. See, he wanted a bath whenever we came out of Beckett's, but I didn't. Then he didn't get in it. So he wanted a bath earlier. So Daddy must have got done with working, ate dinner with him, and gave him a bath.
And then gave a bath. That's cute.
My mom said, "Oh, well, RJ's a really good dad," because he had Beckett sleeping on him when we got there. And then we tried to put Beckett's pajamas on him while he was sleeping and lean him off to me so that he could go get ready for work.
Yeah. Do you have to go in?
And then Fen woke up when he got back up there, so then he brought Fen down and put him on the potty and all that good stuff, and then sat him next to me so that I had two of them.
Do you think Fen is out of the accident? Does he still have an accident?
No. The one time he had peed in his pull-up, but it might have been. But she said he had woke up during the night, so I wonder if that's why he woke up during the night.
He had to pee, but he didn't.
And he didn't. And then when he figured out he had the pull-up on, he just peed and went back to sleep.
So this lady had to call the police. She called 911, actually. Her home was surrounded by 100 raccoons, and they were all demanding food. Now, there's a reason for this. This happened
she start feeding them?
In Kitsap County, Washington, up in towards Seattle or somewhere up in there.
Washington
State of Washington, yeah. And, she was feeding them. She couldn't get inside her home because of a raccoon invasion. She told deputies she started feeding the raccoons around her house 35 years ago without any problem. So remember, you're feeding raccoons for 35 years. Eventually they're going to know where their food comes. Like you feed deer.
And it was probably not the same one. She probably thought it was the same one all the time.
Yeah, well, now he's brought all his friends. 6 weeks ago, the population of raccoons exploded. Now she says the animals surround her home day and night looking for a meal. Deputies responded to the woman's home and were startled because they found 100 raccoons. She said she tried to call some help, and one trapping organization wanted $500 per raccoon. Holy cow. But I think the moral of the story is...
Don't feed the wild
Don't
animals.
feed the raccoons. Because they, like deer. And I know deer, you want to have them come back, whatever. But raccoons are a little bit different, I think, than a deer, right?
Yeah, the raccoons, yeah.
I mean, raccoons seemed a little... I always think of the movie... The Great Outdoors, because they're always knocking over the trash cans.
And they have the thumbs to get the lids off and stuff. Yeah.
And they said the hot dogs were made out of lips and what was it?
Yeah, lips
and asshole. Anyway, so just don't feed the raccoons, please. Then you end up calling the
911 because they're invading your house.
It doesn't say what. I'm sure. She didn't pay $500. They're looking for a way to get her back into the house. But, come on. You've actually caused that problem yourself. Wouldn't you agree? Okay. Next story. We had 3 boys. So knowing what it's like to feed them, clothe them, and think about if one of our children had really big feet, and I'm talking about really, really big
size
feet.
17, size
There's a
20.
Michigan 16-year-old. His name is Eric Kilborn Jr. He actually set a Guinness World Record for having the largest hands and feet of any living teenager. Do you want to guess his shoe size?
It's over 20.
23. Size 23 shoes.
And he's not done growing yet.
He's
probably.
16. 9.13 inch hands. He stands at 6'10".
Oh my gosh, he's a big kid.
He's 16. And he's faced challenges trying to find shoes, which I'm sure. They cost
I'm sure.
$1,500
to make them because they have to be special made.
Custom made. Now, he's gotten some media attention, brands like Under Armour, Puma, and Shaquille O'Neal stepped up to help Eric's newfound shoe options.
Was he sending him his leftovers?
Yeah. Eric,
Oh, I didn't like these. Here, you try them.
Especially Shaquille. He's
he's
big
really
dude.
big dude.
He's got some shoe options. It's kind of boosted his confidence, though he still deals with joint pain from his size. So, like growing, so he still has some
growing pain,
We always, with our kids when they weren't 6'10" at 16. And yes, he does play football and he plays basketball. Can you imagine having him on the team, especially a basketball team?
Yeah.
And you're playing 16-year-olds? Yeah, you don't even have to jump. You just, oh, come on, get away from that thing. Wow. He says he brags he makes an excellent blocker for all kinds of shots. Inspired by his family's support, he hopes to use his platform to help others through his mom's nonprofit, the Big Shoe Network, which actually assists people of unusual sizes. So that's kind of cool that they were able to do something from that.
His mom had to start something to.
Could you imagine?
To shoe him as a kid.
Holy cow, $1,500 for a pair of shoes.
We thought our $400 or $500, whatever we paid for one pair, was
my gosh,
bad.
That's crazy. Okay, let's see. Which one do I want to do? We'll do this one. I thought was interesting. A Polish man was sentenced to 22 months behind bars because he broke into 2 homes, but he performed various chores. He hung the laundry and he cleaned the floors. 36-year-old Damian whatever must have been furious because not only did he get no thanks for the work from his victims, but now he's going to spend 2 months in prison because of their complaints. The Polish-born man was charged with burglary after he entered 2 houses. He did chores like taking out the trash, hanging the laundry on the clothesline, cleaning the floors. Now, he did help himself to some wine, okay, because that, you get a little thirsty when you're doing all the work. The couple are looking for oh, no, that's not it. Where'd my rest of my story go?
It's on the back of there.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, it is. I thought that was a little weird looking for, but would you really complain? This guy comes in your house.
Come in and done your laundry.
And does your laundry, hangs it on the clothesline, and then cleans the floors.
If he had a glass of wine, oh well.
Then he even left a note. It said, "Don't worry, be happy. Eat up and scratch." I don't know what that, I mean. I think the guy says, "Come on, man, the guy's a gem." And he is. How would you like to come home and someone broke into your house and cleaned your house? Clean the showers? Clean the floors? I mean, come on. What are we doing here, right?
Yeah.
Oh, well. They put him in jail. I can clean the jail cell. I'll give him something to do while he's in there. A couple's looking for a tenant, but they have some strict rules. They wanted somebody that's mature and clean, which makes sense. They wanted a friendly person working full-time, normal working hours. And
like 9 to 5 or 8 to 4 or something like that.
It was going to cost $1,300, but they're going to give a little bit of a reduction to $1,200 a month. But if you're interested in renting the room, you have to. We need what does it say? Here's what it says. The advert suggested those that are interested in renting the room would need a partner or a family nearby so that they can spend the night with occasionally. Apparently, what they wanted was 3 or 4 nights a month
alone.
And they said they would give you back the 3 and 4 months when they go away per month. 3 or 4 nights when they go away per month. Because they need a break. Well, that doesn't, if you had a place to stay in the first place, why would you need that place?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so you're going to pay $1,200 in rent.
They're nuts.
And then 3 or 4 nights a month, you got to find another place to stay. And then they say they're going to do the same thing. So I don't know. Does that make sense to you?
No.
Yeah. Me neither. I thought it was kind of a weird
$1,200 is a
suggestion. It's
mortgage
a lot of
payment.
money, man. I know. That's a
Not
lot
anymore,
of
I
money.
guess. What'd you say the house down here is going for $399?
$399. Yeah. Yes, that is. Okay, final story. You ready?
Yep.
Apparently, a lot of us are hiding something from our partner. We have a secret.
Oh, I'm trying to think of what mine is.
They did a survey. That's not this. A survey of 2,000 sexually active adults found that 26% of those in relationship admit their partner doesn't know their true body count. Do you know what that means?
No.
You know.
How many times they did it?
Yeah, the body count. It's not like how many people you murdered.
How many
It's
people
how many
you've been
people
with.
you've been with. Yeah, a lot. They don't tell the truth. A lot of those respondents said it's because their partner never asked, and some said they've lowballed the number when asked. And while most of those in relationships have an answer about how many people their partner has been with, 1 in 9 question whether or not their partner is lying. So we don't have that because I have never been with. You're the only one. So
We get married so young.
8 in 10 singles claim to be honest with their partner about the number that they've been with, and nowadays I guess it is a little different.
Well, if you went to college, the college campuses are horrible.
Yeah, nothing but.
And that was, 5-6 years ago when Zach was in college. He said he can't believe how much people sleep around, and he didn't want any part of it.
So
He
with
was
all
like,
that,
ew, I don't want a disease.
yeah, with all that being said, your body count, and if you're honest with the person, whatever, maybe you found the right one, hopefully. But then they had this survey continued on to talk about feedback that the respondents received after they actually had sex. They were getting feedback, like they were critiquing them as they were, kind of after they had already gotten it on. And here are some of the responses that they got.
With their forever partner.
Well,
with
with
their
the
new-
partner.
Okay.
These were the feedback. Like one said, I was too loud. So didn't like the
He told her
Yeah,
she
or
was too loud,
vice versa,
or she told
that they were
him
very
they were
loud.
Oh.
The other one said, I didn't move enough with him. So she didn't move. She didn't make enough gyrations, I'm assuming.
With him.
Another one said, get tired of doing the same thing over and over.
When
repetition.
you find what works,
Yeah, you got to stick with it. That's true.
if it's getting your spot, honey.
If it's doing the deed, you got to keep her going. The other one said that the feedback was they had to do all the work. You ever have that? Well, no, we haven't been with anybody else. It's just us.
I don't.
We share the workload.
Do we say
Oh, that sounded bad. One person said that I needed to do more, get more involved.
Maybe they just
What are they doing? Reading a book?
Just lay there
On their
like
phone.
lay there like a lymph node, like, okay.
How would you like to have this response after sex? Well, I've had better.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I've had better. That was in that movie.
Yeah.
Remember it? Liar, liar. Well, I've had better. He started laughing. I guess he was laughed about it after he got in the elevator. He said, I've had better. He started laughing. He thought it was,
Because he wasn't.
He wasn't realizing he
couldn't
lie.
able to lie.
Yeah, he didn't realize he couldn't lie. And then he saw the girl with the boobs and then, The other one said, I did not live up to expectations. Wow. They had expectations thinking this was going to be pretty good and didn't really work out that way, I guess.
I don't understand what their expectations are. If they're muscular, they're better at it, or
Yeah,
what
who
makes you
knows?
better at it or worse at it. I don't know.
One person said they need to kiss more, not enough kissing.
Oh,
Another one, this feedback for after sex was too much teeth. What the heck was that all about?
maybe there was
Yeah,
a
really
biter,
nibbling.
a biter involved.
To be more intimate and engage first. And finally, there was not enough attention to detail when it came to foreplay. Need a little more detail in that. On awkward, intimate encounters. Unannounced person knocks on the front door while you're getting it on. One time, these people fell out of the bed while they were doing it. The first time in a car. We don't. Car thing is just make out point.
Yeah, that's just, yeah.
Not being able to get on top, my legs get spasms. Well, that's not really far from what you say sometimes. My legs, I can't spread them. Never mind. When my child walked in on us in the middle of the night.
We've been walking.
We've been there. Yeah, we've been there. That's happened. Ex-girlfriend stopped by. Oh, look out. Some other awkward, intimate encounters when I get the giggles during sex. Listen to this one. When I was in a sex swing and got my foot caught between the straps. Oh.
You could break your foot, I think.
Yeah, that could be bad. Finding out I was on my period during foreplay. Ooh.
That would be gross.
Ooh, that's tough. Parents walked in. Oh.
Parents walked in. Were they at the parents' home?
I'm assuming. The person acted like they were the greatest and they did nothing but lay there and make you do all the work. One person got a nosebleed while having sex. She found other girls' personal items in the bed.
Ew.
That would be over.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then did you never wash your bed? Ew.
One guy said...
You know what I mean? Ew.
I know.
Did you never wash your sheets?
Yeah, that's
Ew.
true. Yeah, how long... Well, was that...
Well, maybe it was an hour ago. Yeah, maybe you have one per hour.
I was thinking the same thing.
But still, ew.
Some other intimate, awkward encounters. When I slept with a guy I had just met, he told me he loved me in the middle of having sex. Wow,
he loved her
that's
very
pretty
fast,
quick.
huh?
Wearing lingerie and setting a romantic evening for them not to give the same energy. When I fell asleep during the encounter, oh, that's not good. That tells you
Fell
everything.
asleep,
you do.
yeah, you were boring.
And finally, when I was invited to be a third without knowing. Yeah, that would be a little awkward. I think.
When you get there, you're the third, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. They got it. That's something. You got to talk about that. You can't just throw somebody in there and
Find out that, guess what, they're not
it's
into
like
that.
that ain't me. All right, that's it. Thanks so much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe. Every Monday we have a new episode. So subscribe, send out, whatever. Help us out. We've been fluctuating up and down. We're still talking about video. We're still talking. We haven't
Purchased all the equipment.
Yeah, we haven't done that yet. And I don't know. But I think from the feedback I'm getting is people would like to
see us,
in our natural environment. This is not bad the way we are. I know we're sunk down, but we'd have to see how that all works out. But anyway, follow us on Facebook or X, and we really thank you for listening and being a part of our show. Don't forget to text, and we'd love to have your text response we get from Facebook. I'll just ask more questions that way. I wish I could ask more questions through the BuzzFeed, but I haven't done that. Okay, so don't forget to do all that. Appreciate it. And we'll see you next week. We're out.
Have a great week.
Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed today's show.